Hello there. On the face of it, this looks like an attractive policy for Labour, but underneath it may be too radical for some. Yes, Gordon Brown is back on the scene with radical policy shake-ups to be announced at the Labour Party conference. Brown was commissioned to do this last year by the Labour leader Keir Starmer, and what Brown's come up with seems to be a formula for completing his half-finished task of eradicating England completely as an entity and further separating the already devolved regions of the UK. Now, one of these policies is said to be the abolition of the House of Lords, says The Guardian, which has seen the leaked documents. Now, that could be popular, especially with the constitutional lawyers, as it would be allowed to send the government to the Supreme Court. But the House of Lords would be converted into a new upper house of nations and regions. Yes, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, together with the broken-up parts of England. It also talks about cracking down on parliamentary standards, to possibly include a jury of citizens selected by ballot to make rulings on the transgressions of politicians. Well, getting better standards would be good, but a people's jury? Unless handled properly, they could become more powerful than the MPs. Although as this is Labour we're talking about, should they not be appointed by a panel of wokesters along diversity lines, etc.? Another popular proposal would be the banning of MPs' second jobs. But given how much they earn from them, would this mean giving them a pay rise to compensate? And remember, MPs' jobs are meant to be part-time, to allow them to be appointed as ministers. Doing what Brown proposes would mean that any MP taking a ministerial job could be seen as shortchanging his or her constituents. The proper route would be to ban ministers from taking on outside jobs. Anyway, the proposals also includes what seems to amount to devolution max for every devolved region as well as for mayors. Lots of powers to make laws and lots of money for local politicians. What could possibly go wrong? As if devolution hasn't done enough damage already. But Brown's proposal is designed to push local devolution in England. Not devolution for England, but a type of devolution that would break England apart into regions. You might think having one barrier to trade across the Irish Sea is bad enough. You wait until local mayors can set taxes and laws in their own little regions. And I wonder what the Barnett formula would morph into. And every region that didn't get all they wanted would be demanding a referendum to break away from the UK. Sound familiar? Especially London and a couple of other regions that would like to go their own way for reasons other than the political or economic. The proposals even includes a route for people to promote bills in Parliament via separate, locally elected bodies. One elected body in London makes enough of a hash of it. Why include more? Parliament cannot hear every bill put forward by the MPs and Lords alone already sat in Parliament. Thousands more from around the country wouldn't help. And you can easily see how it would develop. Ordinary people go to work, while privately financed Marxists loudly push their own agenda full time. Now, Labour says that these haven't yet been agreed, but what they will be presenting will be the boldest project that Labour has embarked on for a generation. Since the last round of devolution, which looks set to dismantle the UK. You can see where Labour is headed with this, can't you? The final demolition of the United Kingdom.